Hello, and welcome to Hunchback on the Commodore VIC-20, and you can see this was released by Ocean Software, and I can't remember when this came out, 82 or 83 I think, and it is a coin-op conversion, and this is actually for the unexpanded VIC-20, and the aim of the game is just to get from one side of the screen to the other, and you've got to make your way across the castle to get to rescue Esmeralda. And I've never a particular big fan of the coin-op, to be honest. But I did actually own this back in the day. I used to play it now and then. It's not one of my favourite VIC-20 games, but it's certainly playable. I'll speed up the loading a little bit here. Right, and let's get started. So, yep, here we are in control of Quasimodo, and you have to jump over these fireballs. And in the coin-op version, when you start the game, he does actually start at the right-hand side of the castle, and he makes his way along the bottom of the screen, then he climbs the wall. But in this version, he doesn't do that. In the coin-op version, there's a knight, so if you take too long, he scales the wall and starts to chase you, but he doesn't scale the wall here, he just appears and then he starts to chase you. And the ladders don't actually swing, they sort of move column by column, but they are quite tricky to jump. I mean, I'm fairly used to it now, but it can be quite frustrating when you first play the game. Now, graphically, I think it's alright. I think the knight, I think some platforms magically appear underneath him when he starts to come over. Yeah, graphically, I think it's pretty good actually for a unexpanded VIC-20 game. It's nice and colourful. Now, Quasimodo himself isn't particularly well drawn. You can see he doesn't actually have a hunchback, despite the game called Hunchback. He just looks like a fat bastard. He's just got a big belly. I mean, look at his back. It's actually straighter than mine, I think. Yeah, these little guys where to jump when the spears are down. Yep, so that's pretty much the game. You can see at the bottom there's a little map. Shows you your progress. On the white dot there. So I'm making pretty reasonable progress. I mean, I must be about a third of the way through the game. Oops, it starts to get hard now and things start to come from behind. Yeah, so I think, apart from Quasimodo himself, the graphics are pretty good. I mean, he is actually quite nicely drawn, he's nice and colourful. It's just that he doesn't have a hunchback, which is a bit of a... Yeah, it's a bit silly for a game that's actually called Hunchback. You know, the game is quite tricky though, it does take a while to get used to those ropes. I'll have another game, why not? Yeah, the music's a bit crap, the sound effects are pretty basic. Gameplay, yeah, it can be a lot frustrating. As you can see, I'm doing absolute crap now. But when it's not frustrating, it is moderately enjoyable. The controls are pretty reasonable. He actually moves quite fast compared to the coin-op. Even though he moves a character square at a time, it still feels like you've got a reasonable amount of control over him. It's just these ropes that make it a bit difficult at times. But yeah, the controls feel quite precise, apart from that. If you've played this a little bit, then go back and play the coin-op. The coin-op does actually feel quite slow. So yep, a pretty early game from Ocean, and actually quite a reasonable coin-op conversion, I think. I don't think you could really get a better job on the expanded VIC-20. maybe if you used the expansion, VK or 16K expansion, you could have a bit more graphical variety. But then the coin-op didn't really have much graphical variety either. Oh, damn it! Right, it's starting to affect my blood pressure, so I'm not going to play anymore. Yeah, that's Hunchback. It's a perfectly playable game. It's not. I don't think it's a great game, but it's a good game. I think it's just above average. You can definitely get some enjoyment out of it. Yeah, I'll give it 6 out of 10, and I'll see if I can get any further on this game before I end the video. Sometimes you can just get in the zone and do pretty well. Yeah, every 5 screens you get a bonus. You get enough bells to warrant an extra life. Oh, I just didn't just mistime that one. I'm doing really well here. Obviously that's going to change now that I've mentioned it. Oh! Yep, so I can't remember, I gave this a 6 out of 10 I think it was. And see you in the next video.